Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. This week I'm super excited to review Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. And buckle up because I definitely unlocked a new obsession. I was very curious to read this book in the series after all the hype I've seen on Bookstagram in the last few months, and it sure as hell didn't disappoint. 20 years old Violet Sorrentale was supposed to enter the scribe quadrant, living a quiet life among books and history. Now, the commanding general, also known as Artafa Salon's mother, has ordered Violet to join the hundreds of candidates striving to become the elite of Navarre, dragon riders. But when you are smaller than everyone else and your body is brittle, death is only a heartbeat away, because dragons don't bond to fragile humans, they incinerate them. With fewer dragons willing to bond than cadets, most would kill Violet to better their own chances of success. The rest would kill her just for being her mother's daughter, like Zayden Ryerson, the most powerful and ruthless wing leader in the Riders Quadrant. She will need every edge her wits can give her just to see the next sunrise, yet with every day that passes, the war outside grows more deadly, and the kingdom's protective wards are failing, and the death toll continues to rise. Even worse, Violet begins to suspect leadership is hiding a terrible secret. Friends, enemies, lovers, everyone at Bascayath War College has an agenda, because once you enter, there are only two ways out: graduate or die. I'm a huge fan of fantasy books with a mix of romance, but I'm also very selective of them. Sometimes authors aren't able to create a universe that will captivate me while also leaving space to expand it. But Rebecca was able to do that and so much more. She created this fantastic world with mythical creatures with a dash of sexual tension that just leaves us hanging until the end. I was completely hooked from the very first chapter, and it was so easy to imagine this war college being a real thing, to imagine that dragons were real creatures just flying around in the world, and I really do love when this happens because it makes me so excited for the possibilities. Talking first about the main character, Violet, I have to say that I don't think I've read such a complete female character. She was intelligent, compassionate, respectful, and she lives with chronic pain. She is presented in the beginning as a weak and helpless woman, but she does prove them wrong every step of the way. She adapts and uses her weaknesses as strengths to survive. Her character development was amazing, and every time she proved those bitches wrong, I was cheering for her. The war college might break people and show their true colors, but she never lost sight of her morals and who she was. And I think that's what makes Zayden so well matched for her. He never coddled her. He was honest with her, and after she was bonded with this dragon's maid, he did everything he could to teach and challenge her, so she could learn how to survive and become strong. He's presented in the beginning as the villain that just wants to hurt her, but he quickly realized that a lot of things were justifiable when he learned more about his backstory. The walls he built around himself slowly crumble with Violet, and we are able to see how funny, sweet, and swoony he actually is. Don't get me wrong, he's powerful as fuck and ruthless, but his sense of justice and righteousness only makes us see all the layers this man actually has. That's exactly what Violet sees, and that's the man she falls in love with. Their moments together, just talking, or their banter were incredible and filled with chemistry. The sexy moments were just whoa, and I still get chills just thinking about every time he called her Violence, her nickname. So it was amazing. And by the way, talking a little about the dragons, I'm a bit specific with books like this, and it has been a while since I read stories about dragons. The last was probably the Aragon series, but this one is just amazing, and I'm only talking about the first book. I really loved all their history and how they bonded with humans, their power, and how ruthless they were. It made them even more real. I also really loved how they communicated with their modern human, and I think that part was really well done by the author. It really felt like we were living in Violet's head with Tarn and Andarna. We felt their connection and the respect and love they all had for each other. It was truly brilliant. And don't even get me started on how connected they all were after Violet bonded with the two dragons. That was an incredible plot twist that showed once again that Violence had character, intelligence, and a good heart, and that's the only thing that mattered for those two. Finally, you guys also know I'm a huge fan of the Found Family trope, and look and behold what this book has since the very first moment, a found family. All these characters meet and survive or not during the most extreme situations, and they still find common ground and a way to love each other. We really had a few losses. Trying not to spoil anyone, but I'm deeply sad. But the impact they had on Violet and Zayden was immense. It really makes me curious to see how it will all develop in the next book with some truths uncovered. After the major cliffhanger the book ended with, I just can't wait for the second one of the 5 books of this series to be released. It's called Iron Flame and it's coming this November. As always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at ritasbookclub for more content. Thanks for watching and see you next week. Happy readings.